What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB. Once again, big shout out to my doggy, El Cambalino, El Chapito, Bash, for coming through and boosting the coin, of course. Okay, so we got an update from Floyd Mayweather. Bash. I said it quietly for the AI pagans, man. You can't come on now. Mountain Jew weather. I like that one. You corny cabal system looking ass. Anyway, Bash. This guy, yeah, he's a gimp. I've been saying that. This ain't record-breaking news. But basically, Roy Jones Jr. came out and put some bars out about Floyd in the last week, saying Floyd couldn't beat Sugar Ray Leonard, which I'll play in a second. And then Floyd responds to it by putting up all of Roy Jones's highlights, which I'll play in a second, of him getting knocked out. So let's play the Roy Jones clip first.
Like him, the jab is your problem. That's why Tommy gave him some of the problem in the first fight.
Kept it in his face.
Yeah, he can't stand the jab in his face. I kind of just kept the jab because if you let him move around and do what he want to do, he's going to beat you because he's very explosive and he's very mean.
I was going to say mean, too.
To me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as nearly as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think he would have beat him?
How? How you going to keep him off of him? Right. Sugar is a dog. Yeah. People don't, just because his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Yeah. Sugar is a dog. Yeah. People don't give him enough credit for that. You got to think, this is between round 13 and 14, I think. Angelo Dundee said, you're blowing it, son. Sugar Leonard guy went out there and put these things on Tommy Hearns, who knocked Roberto Duran cold with one shot. Your Tommy hit you just like G-Man. You've been hit. Yeah. So for Sugar to go out there and do that, man, they don't give Sugar enough credit. You understand me?
He's a great finisher, too.
They don't give Sugar enough credit.
He get you hurt,
they don't
it's
give,
over with.
They don't give Sugar enough credit. So for me, I like Floyd, and Floyd is cool, but it's like, Floyd Daddy didn't really fight that close to Sugar. Sugar kind of did what he wanted to do with Floyd Daddy, and it's like, it's going to be hard for me to see how they're going to take it and beat Sugar. I mean, they'd have to do something different, that's for sure. Now, if he did something different, he probably have a chance, but just the way he been doing with normal people, that's not going to work. What I saw in his prime, that's not going to work with Sugar. Sugar got a third element right there.
He said third element.
He does. He got a third element right there. And we know that. We think Floyd got one, but we don't know. We ain't never seen a challenge. Mm-hmm. We know Sugar got one.
Mm-hmm. What you think? How you think that fight would have went though?
Well, who? Floyd and Sugar?
Y'all two.
Who? Me and Sugar?
You.
I think I would have beat him if I would have fought him. But I probably, if they probably could have never made me fight him because I feel like I learned so much from him too. And like I think.
Okay, it's funny there. Oh, it's funny. Anyway, so you heard there. Roy's laughing. I'd have beat him. So I guess that's the thing is, yeah. Roy believes he'd have beat Sugar Ray. Floyd believes he'd have beat Sugar Ray. Roy's saying that Floyd would get beat by Sugar Ray has got him butthurt. And I'll play the clips now from Jew Weather. And maybe I'll make it big for you, man, actually. That's what I'll do. No diddy. I know you, man. I know some of you grinder, man, like it big. For sure, there's no doubt about it. So Floyd's just sitting there. There's a bunch of clips. You don't have to watch them all. Floyd literally, he's like a little girl. Honestly, he's like a little girl, man. Super. Is it petty? He's like, oh, I never got knocked out. Bro, you fought bums. To be fair, you fought a bunch of bums. This era wasn't the same. That's the truth. What? Name me a James Toney that Floyd fought. Oops. Not even half of James Toney. What? Robert Guerrero. Andre Berto. Come on, my brother. Who you got? Pacquiao. Pacquiao's not no James Toney, man. Forget about it. Seriously. I don't even think Floyd has an Antonio Tarver on there. Yeah, Roy Jones lost. You don't even have what's his name? The Calzaghe on there. Not in the last 10 years of his career. They're all bums. Victor Ortiz. Canelo's 20 years old. Brand spanking new. Yeah? Bums. De La Hoya you got punched up by. The one guy who was half good even though he was washed up. De La Sniffer was on the sniff then. Guadalajara's finest. Facts. El Chapo was at the top of his prime. You think, come on now. Let's find out where Oscar de la Hoya's from. Where was Oscar de la Coca born? Let's have a look where he's from. Let's see what type of gear he was getting. I bet it was pucker. He's born in California. Come on, man. Why are they shilling? I thought you were from Mexico. Come on, bro. You from? He's not even from. Come on, man. Why are they cuck us like that for? Place of birth was. Why are they talking like he's Mexican then? That's crazy. His parents were from Mexico. Where did they come from then? Let's see what part of their parents. Where was Oscar de la Coca parents born? Let's see what gear they would have had the network and the links of Top Gear. Let's see where they're from. In Mexico, is that what they saying? What, he ain't repping no flag then? What flag he got? I'll tell you where he from. He from Sinaloa, man. Yeah? Or he from Tijuana. That's where he from. You got the Tijuana boys. They put him on. So in 2007, this cat here, De La Coca, he was already off. The Mohammed, I am proper pure. El Manchitos. El Pablitos. El Chapitos. That's where he was off, man. And you got Punk. I think he lost. I think Floyd. Bear in mind, Floyd was in his prime. Floyd lives clean. Floyd was on the way up. You got a split decision with life and death with De La Sniffer. What are you gonna do with Sugar Ray? What are you? And the only reason De La Coca was in the fight because he stuck it on you. Yeah. Now I admit Floyd is a very acute defensive fighter, but he was an acute defensive fighter against bums. Yeah, Canelo, no drive in him, no old school drive. The one man Floyd fought in his prime who had proper drive was De La Coca, and he went life and death in that fight. And I think De La Coca's good for that mid-level, for that mid-age, that kind of 2000s to 2010s. He's not 1980s, man. He's not 1980s. So if he can do that, and I don't think De La Hoya was the best athlete either. When you look at Sugar Ray Leonard, he looks more like an athlete. So he goes in there red hot. Floyd's getting punched up. I think Floyd would start crying, honestly, and lose on points. I don't think he gets stopped. He's cute enough not to get stopped, but too old school, be all over him. Same as Hagler. Floyd went life and death with Maidana. Maidana's no Hagler. I think they're different weight classes, but either way, Floyd's butt hurt. I think Sugar Ray came up, didn't he? He came up from early on. Let's have a quick. I'm not a historian, so don't take my word for it. Let's have a quick look. Let's cheat here. Ray Leonard boxer. Let's have a look. I'm sure he came from 147. For real. That's what I'm sure. Yeah, no. Oh, he was always at 140. Oh no, he went up to 160. Okay, yeah. So he was 147. He'd have beat Floyd's ass. Is the truth. That's what he'd have done. He'd have beat Floyd's ass. He'd been all over him. That's what he'd done. Walked straight into him. Yeah. That's what he'd have done. He started at 140, basically. Anyway. So, let's play some more of the clips that Floyd... Floyd didn't just watch one clip. He watched all of them, basically. And I want to point someone out as well. Because Floyd likes to say... I've never lost. Bro, you never lost because you fought bums. And actually, the more I look at these old school man's resume, even here, you see Leonard. He got knocked out in his last fight. This is, I think he must have come back actually 6 years later. Either way, he lost his 2 last fights. I think there's actually something honourable. Yeah. There's something honourable in losing some of your fights / going out not too long. I'm not saying it's honourable. Well, it is. Ultimately, it is honourable to have brain cells knocked out of your head. When you look at old school cultures, I'm talking old school. I'm talking thousands of years ago. People didn't want to live to be an old dusty man. Yeah? Do you understand that, people? It was the top pinnacle to die on the battlefield. That's what it was. And in these estrogenic times, we might not have that so much, but in boxing, I'm not saying people should want to die, yeah, but having a go and riding it till the wheels fall off, there's something admirable in that. Yeah? The old school, the ancient dons, didn't want to be old and dusty, man. They wanted glory and to travel to warrior's paradise. Fact. Documented. Floyd be sitting there with all that shmoney. You can't take that to the gates of Valhalla, my bro. That's what old school man understood. Yeah? Fact. Documented. So you can sit here laughing at Roy Jones. Roy Jones, he travels to Valhalla. He went on a bit too long, but that's the thing. Listen, he went until it... Listen, yeah? Old school. Ancient old school. That's what Roy Jones was doing here. Ancient old school. He didn't want to be an old dusty man. And if one of these men, had took him out, he'd have been happy up there, I reckon. Obviously, he misses family and that, but that's the truth, man. Yeah? You think them old-time ancient warriors didn't miss their family? That's the truth. They ain't interested in all that corny estrogenic shit, man. They want warriordom. That's what they're fixing to do. So you can laugh at Roy Jones all you want. Floyd, you can be an old dusty man with no spiritual warrior soul. Right? That's what you're going to be. An 80-year-old. Who wants to be? I'm being funny. I don't want to be an 80-year-old man. I'm not being disrespectful to no dusties, man. I want them to take me out quick as well. Quick. Not. I don't want to be hanging and having my ass wiped by some nurse that's bullying me. You see what I mean? I want to be out of here, man. 50, 60, man. Get me out of here. I ain't trying to be all falling apart and shit and riddled with disease. Yeah? Do you understand that one there? Floyd going to be that guy. They say that the wicked live long. He going to be 90. And his kids are going to be digging his pocket as well. He'll have earned that for himself. They're taking his jewellery and shit whilst he's sitting there in his chair and teething his bank card. Shitting the lick on granddaddy's ass. But yeah. That's what came to my mind when I watched this and you see old Roy here. It's not nice to watch, but there are positives to take from it. Like I keep saying. There's something ancient about it. End of the day, man. These new age times, no one's worried about the glory of victory. They're all basically sitting on the boat at the beach of Normandy, pissing themselves. That's the new age man. Ryan Garcia. Oh, I've been put down. Oh, I don't really want to get embarrassed. I think I'll just sit on the boat and piss myself. That's Ryan Garcia. Not just him, all these men. They think, I'll sit here instead. I don't want to storm the beaches. Do you understand? Roy Jones, he stormed the beach. That's what he did. He stormed the beach. 50 years old, whatever it was, 48, getting in there, having a go. Getting clipped. That's stormed the beach. He ain't pissing himself on no boat. That's what he's not doing. Floyd, he pissed himself on the boat. Is the truth. That's what he chose to do. Yeah, I don't look at Floyd's resume and think and see warriordom. I see a calculated... Let's look at Floyd's resume, man. Never liked it, I'm not going to lie. His early years they talk about, but alright, whatever. People bang on about his early years. Let's look at his old years. That's what matters when you're a matured fighter. Now he claims, I'm digging pocket. Okay. That's a different conversation to be had though, right? Oh, I can dig... Conor McSniff? Really? In my opinion, a win over Conor McSniff as your last fight is worse than a loss trying to be great / just burning for your destiny. Roy Jones, 3,000 years ago, would have met his true fate, and rightfully so, and he'd have been happy. He'd have been buried with his sword. Yeah? That's what he'd have been done. Buried with his sword. No doubt about it. Floyd, he out here, old as shit, dusty, what do they call it? A Shylock. He'd be Shylocking, man. With all his coins around him, thinking he can take it with him and shit. That's what he'd be doing. Yeah? That's what he'd be doing. Corny. Andre Berto. D-level. Pacquiao. Alright, throw Pacquiao in there if you want. I don't rate Pacquiao like that. He's alright. I don't rate Pacquiao like that. I don't rate Pacquiao like James Toney. I just don't. I don't rate him like that, in my opinion. Maidana, C-level. Alvarez, pre-pubescent. Robert Guerrero, D-level. Cotto, washed up. Victor Ortiz, E-level. Mosley, 50,000 years old. Marquez. Come on, Ricky Fatton, B-level. De La Sniff, Chapitos. Come on, I can't do this no more, man. They've all got a bunch of L's as well. Have you noticed that? There's no undefeated fighters. He's beating every. He talks about the blueprint. You fighting everyone who ain't been beat before. Hatton, okay, he beat Ricky Hatton, who was undefeated. But apart from that and Canelo, everyone was super washed up. They were super... I'm pretty sure when Roy Jones fought... Well, he must have done. Let's have a look at Roy Jones. Jones box rank. Floyd was fighting new age-ish fighters, and they'd already been beat a few times. Victor Ortiz got knocked out by Andre Berto, and then you fight Berto 5-7 years later. It's just weird, isn't it? So, Roy Jones fought Calzaghe, who was undefeated. What else we got on here? Antonio Tarver was 21-1. Oh, he beat Tarver the first time. See? He beat Tarver in a controversial decision, apparently. And then lost to him twice. But this shows you. Clinton Woods, 32-1. There's loads of O's here. Julio Gon. I don't know these guys, but I'm not a historian. But there's loads of undefeated fighters he's just running through. With one fight they've lost. There's not 5 fights in here. Not on the main. On the main, they're mainly ones. Montel Griffin, 27-0. Mike McCallum's on there. I wonder where the James Toney fight is. We haven't even got to James Toney yet. Yeah, James Toney undefeated. So, you can just look at it. There's a whole bunch of undefeated fighters on here. Floyd don't have that. All Floyd's fighters are like 30-5. Yeah? And I think Floyd actually, he was around in a very weak era. He was. That's why he had to dig Canelo up. It was super extraordinarily weak. Weaker than Roy Jones's. Weaker than Sugar Ray's. You can't put no great... What great fighters would you say that were great in Floyd's era? Matt Pacquiao was washed up. Pacquiao wanted him in 2009. I think he'd have beat Pacquiao anyway. But still. Yeah? So someone need to put Floyd Mayweather back in his box, man. He winds me up. Corny, look at this guy, Babylonian. Wanna be ass. Oh, look, I've got boobies and titties, man. Floyd, you only get... Listen, Floyd, you're 5 foot tall, bro. The only way you get booties and titties is because you got the bread. That's the only reason. You got... People was taking the piss out of you at school because you was balding and 5 foot. You didn't get no panans organically. It's called a spare spade here. Yeah? You're a beneficiary of finances. You didn't get no panans. You ain't... Come on, man. They laugh at you. You got a little boy's body now and you're 50, bro. Come on, man. You didn't get no panans like that. That's why you bitter right now. You bitter. Because you ain't got no patter. You're like the loudest girl in the room. When you hear him, he's like... I saw the video. Who was he with? Kevin Durant or something, some big basketball player, and he's like, Floyd's like, they're obviously 7 foot tall, and he's like, trying to be the loudest girl in the room. It's like, this guy, get a grip, bro. You soy. We can't blame Floyd. Floyd did grow up on soy. They started sanctioning expeditious amounts, volumes of soy being pumped into all the food in the States around the time Floyd Mayweather was born. So we can't blame him. I blame the government for soying him out. Anyway, there's another clip actually, which kind of feeds into the bars I've said about Floyd, but I want you to hear it from Roy Jones. This is Roy Jones talking about Floyd a little while ago.
Roy Jones Jr. is asked where he ranks Floyd Mayweather in boxing history.
Who? If you don't respect Muhammad Ali, how can I respect you? To tell me that you don't think Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time,
yeah.
You may well be spitting in my face.
He doesn't even put him in the top 5.
You may as well spit in my face. The greatest athlete of all time, always in my book, is going to be Muhammad Ali.
And that ain't what I think, that's what I know.
Some people live for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like you said, some people live for and respect different things in life. Some people more materialistic or like that than others. Ali had a heart of gold. I loved Ali because of the heart he had. He fought for the weak. He stood up for those that were disabled or those that wasn't as beneficial as others. He fought for all good for all people. And he tried to keep everybody unified at the same time. When he died, you saw people from every religion, every race come to his funeral. Why? How many other people have we seen that happen with?
Yeah.
Not many. You understand me?
In a sense, he transcended the sport completely, didn't he?
Exactly. They took his best years away.
All right, there you go then. So
Roy Jones Jr.
Roy's basically saying that Floyd is a Shylock. Yeah? Just counting them coins. And that, each to their own. But if there is a judgment, Floyd will be judged, allegedly. He probably like it though. He already allegedly sold his butthole to the shaitan, so he'll be down there. There was a South Park. It was a South Park clip, man. And the shaitan's take it. I don't even watch South Park, but I remember it probably 20 years ago now. The shaitan popping Lil Kenny. I think let me find a pic here or a gif. The shaitan popping. This is gonna be Lil Floyd, man. That's what. Why do you think they call him Lil Floyd for? The shaitan gave him that name, Lil Floyd. Take it. Kenny, South Park, Satan. Is it Kenny? Let's have a look here. Oh, I need to find the clip, man. You can't be on South Park with someone be getting bummed. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it somewhere else. Satan, South Park. Maybe it wasn't Kenny. Oh no, they did it with. I don't even know who they did it with. Oh, they put Saddam Hussein in there. Obviously, this is South Park. This is Jew Park, basically, man. But I thought it was Kenny getting popped. But this is either way. This is Lil Floyd, man. This is Lil Floyd. Let's have a look. Oh, come on, man. You're trying to sign up and. Anyway, you can look it up yourself, man. That's Lil Floyd. End of the day, Lil Floyd got popped for the put on. This is Lil Floyd in here. Yeah, you see this with the shaitan. This is Lil Floyd getting popped for the put on. Anyway, people, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like for the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about it. Some people stop it. Bye.